Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. This is my first video for the new year 2025. The truth about Vybz Kartel Freedom Street concert and the truth about BUJU Banton Beres intimate concert that was held on the 4th of January 2025, which would have been yesterday. Here's the thing with the Vybz Kartel concerts, and this is truth and reality. Based on what the tourism board said, a lot of the persons that came could have been attributed, the tourists that was in Jamaica in the time span, could be attributed to Vybz Kartel concerts. He had an impact on rent-a-car, the hotel bookings, just about everything. It affected the economy in a vast positive way. So therefore, give credit where credit is due. However, December, January season, people flying from all sorts of jet, the accommodation is high anyway. However, to say that Vybz Kartel had nothing to do with it would be untrue, would not be given justice where justice is due. So let's talk about the concerts, what actually happened and what was promised and what was delivered and what seems to be a sham. We were promised an out-of-the-world experience, meaning the stage, meaning the lighting, meaning the pyrotechnics, being those fireworks that everybody do at every stadium, at every big concert. I am not going to say that the sound was not decent. I am not going to say that the lighting lacked anything. But I am going to say that the fact that you could get a stadium in which the stadium is in the center of the stadium, the staging is in the center of the stadium, sorry. It was good. So therefore, people could see the artists or the performers showing themselves, walking around so that everybody would feel satisfied. Nobody felt as if the tickets in which they paid for was not worth it. Worth is what persons are, market price is what persons are willing to pay for an item. And obviously, if we look at the center stage, meaning the infield, that was rampack, call it to capacity. So therefore, they sold some ticket. As to how much ticket they sold for the center, which would have been the more expensive tickets, don't know, don't have an official count. As it pertains to the stadium, at times when you look inside, the bleachers, it looked kind of not empty. I would not say empty, but I would not say it was at capacity. So if I say, giving them the benefit of the doubt, it was 65% of the bleachers, which should have been the cheaper tickets. Even grandstand at one time, based on videos that I saw, based on friends that I had that were there, it was not packed to capacity. So therefore, the infield and then the grandstand, which should have been the more expensive, well, infield are going to be the most expensive, including the pods, which I will speak about. Now, people, first thing first, I did not go by choice. I had an opportunity. I had friends that were there that went and even had tickets for good tickets. I am not going to say the pods, but I am going to say they are close enough to the stage where those tickets were very expensive. I did not want to go because of reasons beyond me. So anyways, the pod. Let's talk about the pod, which is those $10,000 tickets. First thing first, been to many concerts, not just Jamaica, foreign especially. When you get any pod or skybox or whatever it is called, it is an out of this world experience. The pod almost look like a room. You have TV, you have couch, you have carpeting, you have everything that makes you comfortable. These pods, in my estimation, were things that are like, call it say a pen instead of a pod. Not even a decent pen. I am speaking about a pen in which you separate people, put them in a cubicle. If it was a cubicle at a decent office space, it would have been good because then it would have been plush. These pods were not plush. Am I going to say it was some sorts of downtown experience? No, I would not say that, but I am just saying there was nothing luxurious for my $10,000 or the $10,000 that person paid, be it 8 or 10 or whomever, including liquor. Based on experience that I've heard from persons that actually had the pods, who are friends of mine, the liquor came late. The liquor wasn't all of that. The pods were mediocre at best. There was no sorts of out of this world, mind blowing experience in which Vybz, Kartel, and Scatter promised us. Yes, the show was good. The show was eagerly anticipated, and yes, the artist delivered, but no. None of those A-list celebrities in which came on none of those private jets were actually there. I am not going to say the Busta Rhymes were not there, but may I talk about the Rihanna, the Nicki Minaj, the people in that sorts of caliber, the Ben Affleck, and all of these A-list celebrities, including entertainers, they were visibly missing, or even if they were there, they were laying low. So people, that is my views as it pertains to the Vybz Kartel concert. And like I said, I had friends that were in field. I had friends that had pod. I had friends that were there in all capacity, experiencing this show at different price limits. So therefore, I got a good estimation based on what they say and based on videos, based on pictures, and they have absolutely no reasons to lie. So me saying this is not to give Vybz Kartel or the promoters their flowers. This is called constructive criticism. And yes, when it comes to dancehall show, we know that there was some sorts of controversy as it pertains to Popcorn, as it pertains to Chronic Law, as it pertains to Scatter Burrell, who happens to be one of the promoters of the show, Down Sound Entertainment. Now, people, let me address that before I move on. Everybody don't talk about that. Everybody rinse it out. Popcorn and Chronicler claims that they were locked outside for 3 hours. And people, I don't see how that is possible because it's not as if Chronicler or Popcorn are not some known artists. However, the problem or the delay was because of their entourage. Them want to work with a million man back of them, and based on information that I'm getting is that because of some firearm issue, people want to carry them firearm, and they thought that exceptions should have been made because they are superstars in Jamaica. The Licensed Firearm Authority has nothing to do with the promoters. The promoters don't determine, they don't get exception. The rules are the rules. You drop off your tool at the stadium police station and them keep it. And when you come back, you get it back. Even though there have been incidents in which people drop off them firearm, when them come back, the police thief it or sell it or whatever they do with it. So I understand persons' concern. This had nothing to do with Aishana and Scatter, Aishana and Popcorn. It is all rumors based on what Footer Hype said. So that was that. That was a controversy. That was a black eye on that incident. Even though most persons, dancehall fans, them kind of can expect some sorts of controversy, some sorts of BS. So that's the Vybz Kartel show. Let's talk about the BUJU, the Beres, Wayne Wonder should have been there. Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Bugle show that was held at Plantation Cove in a Ocherius. It took me about 3 hours to get to the venue, Plantation Cove. And this is based on coming from somewhere that usually takes me about 20 minutes to reach this. So. However, it had nothing to do with poor planning. We know the road coming from Ocherius. You have to pass that roundabout Miami Bay. You have to pass that next roundabout close to the hospital. I think at St. Anne's Bay Hospital. Don't quote me. The traffic is always terrible like that when it comes to the 5, 6 o'clock or so. So I understand, say, you can add probably an hour and a half to that. That had nothing to do with the show. It took me about 2.5 hours, less than 3 hours. Luckily, when I entered the venue, I saw the police right there and I asked, where's the parking? I was right by the entrance, meaning the last entrance, the closest entrance to Ocherius and the furthest entrance going towards Montego Bay Way. So when I turned into that parking lot, first lane, that was booked up, pack up the next lane. So I faced the first lane, and then there was a driveway that went right out to the gate, maybe about 20 meters away from the road. So I get a good parking. So I went to the show, went inside the show. This was probably about 8 o'clock, minutes to 8. Show started on time, of course. The juggling by Richie Feelings, Farmer, Stone Love selector, good selector. The music had a vibes. Then there was Bass Odyssey, and the show was hosted. The MC, I think him named Bergerman, Fat Youth, very good, very entertaining. Now, the pre-show, which was like Wickerman and Peter Metro, and then our next youth, I don't remember his name, don't want to disrespect the man right there. They came on and they did a hell of a performance. The people are cheer, the people are enjoying themselves. Yes, there were some audio issues. It seems as if one side of the equipment blow, so therefore you hear like you hear mono on one side and stereo on one side. So the mono side was kind of low. You could hear what they were saying, but it was kind of baffled. So that was kind of a damper. Then you have the Marcia Griffith, when the top artist them. Then you have the Romain Virgo. Or you have the bugle between. Don't remember the order like that. Then you had the Beres. Then you had the BUJU Banton. Now people, like me say, can't compare this venue to the stadium, National Stadium. This would not hold whatever the stadium hold. However, it was, I would say, 95 to 98% capacity, with the exception of where bathrooms are little portable patio, however them call it. The place did ram up. The people were singing word for word for all of the artists, including the top tier artists, meaning the Marcia Griffiths, meaning the Romain Virgo especially. It seems as if Romain Virgo had most of the crowd based on the reception when he came on, based on his performance. It was stellar. Beres, again, legendary artist, and the fact that Beres is getting a bit older, you would have thought that his song would have changed. You'd have thought that you'd have heard some sorts of crackle in his voice. However, this was not so. Other than you see that he is getting age, he's getting elder. The voice sounds just the same. Nothing changed. Persons were singing his song word for word. The Google said that them go off, the people them really enjoy themselves. No sorts of controversy, no sorts of drama, no sorts of nothing, none at all. The show got for me an A+. The show delivered every expectation that you had of BUJU Beres, Romain Virgo. And I am not going to say I am not a fan of Marcia Griffiths. That is not my type of artist, but she did exceptional. I did not realize that she had so many hits. Did not realize that she was such a great performer. Everything was in order. You couldn't get food, you couldn't get liquor, you couldn't get snacks, you couldn't get just about anything. The prices were very expensive. The peanut that you would usually pay, the peanut them are in a little thing, the peanut thing with the whistle. Them peanut they are $500. 2 liquor thing at Wrigley's was like $600. the liquor was even more expensive. Water, I think, was about $400 or $300 for the liquor bottle. It usually costs like 50 cents or 60 cents or something. So we understand the vendors, including the peanut man, they probably had to pay to come in at the venue. So therefore, the prices were up. But you had a good time and you were willing to pay the prices because of the occasion. And again, you had no choices. Either you was going to take it or do without it. And most persons decide to take them, understand the circumstance. When I was leaving, enjoyed the show a whole lot, went into my vehicle. Like I told you, I was parked the row in front of the first row, which would have been to the road. However, again, some jackass blocked right in front of me. It's a good thing that behind me was empty. I could have just reversed, go around the next empty spot and got through the lane in which I was supposed to go. It took me all of about 10 minutes to exit the venue, and it took me all of about 20 minutes to go where I was going in an Orcharius. No sorts of problem. Like me say, I understand the traffic when it comes to the 4, 5, 6 o'clock in a Ochi because of the road, because of the infrastructure, because of so many roundabouts. So therefore, you're always going to get a bottleneck. And then when you have the taxi man and the minibus man, them a drive and them turn one lane in a 3 lane, then you know say you get bottleneck where no bottleneck is supposed to be. So at the end of the day, like I said, Vybz Kartel concerts, him get the crowd that he deserved, the crowd that he had anticipated. I think that they said that they wanted 50,000. I am sure that if they did not get the 50,000, they got close to it or even more. So there was no flopping of the show. There was no fact that they did not make any sorts of money. The people that they had anticipated or claimed that they were coming popular Canadian artists, he was a no-show. Didn't see Nicki Minaj, didn't see Rihanna. At the Vybz Kartel concert, they were missing. Wasn't there, so I can't say I never see it, because I can't see it if I never did it. However, Rihanna was actually at the BUJU Banton concert. Rihanna actually flew into Jamaica, more than likely private jet. She's a global superstar, as big A-list as A-list can get. Not for only her beauty product, but also her stage performance. She's a big artist, without a shadow of a doubt. She was actually at the BUJU Banton Beres concert. So if you talk about A-lister, she alone would eclipse all of the A-listers that were allegedly at Vybz Kartel show. So, let us say, when you look at the Vybz Kartel show, dancehall versus reggae versus singer, Beres, Buju, Romain, Virgo. To me, and like I say, you cannot compare apples and oranges because they are two totally different shows. But for me, and the choice that I made, and the show that I was going to watch was the Beres and Buju show, declined to go to the Vybz Kartel show, and people are going to say, then hold on a minute. Oh, me hear say them man they a Gaza, them man they are this, and them man they are that. You can hear everything, but like they say, time and the truth always comes to light. And this, in my opinion, is my honest opinion on both shows, Vybz Kartel concerts, Freedom Street, and Intimate, BUJU Banton and Beres. Again, like me say, apples and oranges. If you're a starch, dancehall, hardcore dancehall fan, you're going to want to go to the Vybz Kartel concert. If you're a reggae, Beres, and Buju fan, you're going to want to go to the Intimates. Or you can go into you can do both, like most persons did. Person that I know that were at both. So I am giving you my opinion based on what person that were there, that have sense and have absolutely no sorts of reason to lie, no sorts of horse in the race. So therefore, it does not really make a difference what people think. Them just tell you exactly what took place, and people, those are the facts. And if you're not to lie, you would also agree. Not 100%, but I said that is exactly what took place as it pertains to both artists, as it pertains to both venue, as it pertains to both concert. Both of them very successful, and we would have anticipated that point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.